Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of the Thursday Night Throwdown with the gentleman Jack. Up that side. I'm used to being on the other side. This side, gentleman Jack. I'm the big guy KG. Let me see if I can do this right. In the absence of the Midnight Rider, let me see if I can do this right.
Oh, Lord.
This is the show that is on Friday Eve. It's the show that you talk about at the water cooler on Friday around stale donuts. It's the Thursday Night Throwdown. Yeah. It don't have the same je ne sais quoi, but I tried my best.
Good job, big guy.
First and foremost, Jack, how you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing right fine. It's Thursday. The weekend's coming. Doing good. About yourself?
I am feeling pretty good. I'll say that. Been a long day, so I am looking forward to bedtime tonight. Maybe I can actually get some sleep. I don't know. What was that? Oh, okay. Well, that's good for me. If that's the reason why you say that is the reason that I'm thinking, hey, I'm all for it. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Oh man. Sam all said I missed the intro, but I'm here. What up, Sideline Junkies? What's up, Sam? Glad you are here.
If Sam ain't hitting us first, man, I don't know what to do if Sam don't hit us up first.
Look, we got to perform a welfare check, man. Make sure you're all right.
Good evening, Sam.
Scrolling through at the bottom, if you are watching in TV land, we are available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the Odyssey app. Click like and subscribe so you do not miss an episode. And Sam said, can I get a can you I'm sorry. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Good old Warriors, man. Jack, let's talk some NBA. The Lakers got bounced by the T-Wolves last night, man.
The Lakers got bounced like I thought they would. What's that? What's that?
Is this it for the King?
Nah. No, I do not think so. It's a shame. You know, the man's been bounced in the first round past couple years. Got, one of the best shooters in the game on his team now. They need more pieces, man. Minnesota was too deep for them. Minnesota was too physical for them. I don't know. I mean, you seen the other day, JJ kept the whole lineup in for the third and the fourth quarter. I'm all about getting the most out of your dogs, but he did that because he ain't had enough people on the bench to match up with what Minnesota had. So it went down just like I thought. And yes, I think LeBron's coming back. He wants to get another year in with his son, maybe redeem himself. Because, LeBron's been hearing all this nasty chatter his whole career, because you look at Facebook and other social media things now, they're all blowing up on LeBron. It's all negative LeBron. And, I'm not all about that. I mean, I tell the truth, but I'm not all about just dogging somebody because you dislike them. The man got knocked out of the playoffs. I mean, I knew it. Some other people expected it. I mean, I didn't believe them to be a true 3 seed, in my opinion. And honestly, Minnesota held the 3 seed for most of the season early on. So they were just a team that was getting it back together, ready for the playoffs. And Minnesota's a team to be reckoned with, I think, out of the West.
If I'm LeBron's PR team. This is what I'm doing. I'm LeBron's PR team. I got LeBron sitting in the middle of the floor, and all of a sudden, everything that every negative thing that everybody said just flying past. I'm talking. We're gonna go over. Here's what they think about you. Every negative thing. Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. And LeBron just looking down, and he just look up. Fuck all y'all. God damn y'all shit.
God damn,
man.
I'm glad y'all said it all. No Vaseline.
Exactly. That's gotta be your comeback. That's gotta be your comeback. Because you can't come back and get bounced in the first round. You can't call yourself the king and get bounced in the first round. But let me show some love to the Timberwolves, because I believe it was on The Wire, and Omar on The Wire said if you take a shot at the king, you better not miss. Ant-Man did not miss. Gobert last night, 27 and 24. Rudy Gobert, 27 and 24.
That's what you was just talking about the other day. You was just talking about that the other day.
To get him off the board.
It's playoff time. We need 2020s out here. You wanted that out of Big Cat.
Right.
I remember.
And I'm like, Gobert did what he did what he's supposed to do. 20 and 20. 20 and 20, man. 27 and 24. Ant had 15 and 11. Julius Randle had 23. They got 10 from Alexander Walker. After that, everybody else is single digits. But for the Lakers, you got 22 from LBJ. In a closeout game like this, I need more from LeBron than 22. Rui Hachimura gave you 23. 12 from Austin Reeves, 28 from Luka. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm asking for too much, but I'm going to say it. Seeing LeBron James run into a player that's way smaller than him and flop on the floor is starting to become a really, really old sight. Yeah. Seeing LeBron James not play the game with the passion that you once saw him play with, it feels cheated. Now, on the flip side, I'm watching Anthony Edwards play this game, and he's going for headshots every game. Everybody he plays, he's going for headshots. He's trying to take off everybody's head. He's playing the game. He's having fun. This is what I want to see. And people say, well, you don't have a face of the league. It's Tatum. Well, beside Tatum, who is the face of the NBA, Anthony Edwards is right beside him.
Who?
Anthony Edwards and Tatum is the faces of the league.
Who did you say first?
Jason Tatum.
Okay, and what did you say first?
I said Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards are your face of the league. Yeah. Tatum is the face of the league.
Should be, but I don't feel Jason Tatum. I don't feel Jason Tatum gets enough respect as in the word face of the league, in my opinion.
He does not.
You know, he doesn't have a ton of 40, 50-point games and all that crap, but he's winning, playing team ball, and I think he should get more consideration as face of the league, but I really don't think Jason Tatum gets that. I would say Alexander probably gets it more, but Alexander don't want it. I don't think he wants to be the face of the league.
It's one of those things.
But, yeah, no, I agree about Tatum should be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, right. No, I believe he should be the face of the league. I mean, especially after winning a championship last year and all them years in the playoffs he's had so far. I mean, he's played over 120 playoff games, man. If that's not a face of the league, I don't know what should be.
Let me put it to you this way. If we're going to talk about Boston for a second. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, Jason Tatum, even if he does not win another championship, Jason Tatum will go down as one of the greatest Celtics to ever play the game. I think he is a better Celtic than Paul Pierce. Now, Pierce has that 2008 season. You know, he went to the finals twice. Well, guess what? Tatum had already been to the finals twice already. See, what people don't this is what I say about Boston. Boston may love you, but those of us outside of Boston, we know what you were before 2008. We know Paul Pierce was a good player, but he wasn't top echelon. Jason Tatum has been top echelon since he got to the league. And he has proved that he can put this team on his back and rock. And I enjoy watching him play.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I don't agree 100%, but we don't have to, right? Get us some of these comments, KG. You got a ton of them.
All right, let me get a couple of here. Sam said, sideline junkies soon to be at your local backyard barbecue and supermarkets. Yep. And we're going to be at the Kmarts too.
Watch out.
Sam said, Wolves all the way, but the Pistons are good too. I agree with that. Not Wolves all the way. The Pistons are good.
Pistons ain't getting by New York.
If I'm not mistaken, the Pistons going night tonight. Yeah, they're losing 42-27 right now in the second. So, Pistons going night tonight. Opie said Lakers got bounced like that fan in the right field of the Pirates game. LeBron needs a big man. They got rid of him. LeBron has never really played well with big men, if you notice. Look at his career. He's never really played well with like traditional big men that hang out in the paint. He's never played well with them.
Well, because part of LeBron's offense is playing in a spread offense. You know what I'm saying? So he can do that train roll to the rim anytime he wants. If there's a big man down there in the block.
Right.
It's too many defenders there. So that's why he doesn't like that.
Agreed. Sam said, send Luka to the Hornets. Even his post-game interviews are depressing. When you're not happy with the game, man, that's what happens. Opie said, no depth. Minnesota was not an underdog. Made it to the conference finals last year. I can agree with that.
Yeah, didn't say they was underdogs.
Would you agree that the Lakers hit a stride after the trade and they just hit a stride? That's why they took off. And everybody thought that they were championship bound the way they hit that stride after that Luka trade. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I agree with that. But like I say, man, the schedule wasn't that hard. I didn't feel they were beating any of the top echelon teams at the time. So I wasn't thinking that they were title contenders just because they ran all the way up to third in the West. And it's not because of my hate for the Lakers, neither. I'm just telling this straight, man.
Sam said Luka never would have made it alongside Denzel in training day. Well, true indeed.
I can't say it.
Opie said Jordan never got bounced in the first round. Jordan got bounced in the first round a couple of times. Boston bounced him in the first round a few times. Early on.
Early.
Opie said
27 and 24 because
the Lakers have no front court. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them coming in as the last seed, and Boston was number 1 seed. That was what, 2 years? Yeah, I knew you'd know that.
Yeah, I want to say that was 84 and 85.
Yes.
Because they were below 500 those first 2 years and still made the playoffs. 27 and 24 because the Lakers have no front court. You're absolutely right with that. No front court whatsoever. Jordan was bounced in the first round 85, 86, and 87.
Okay.
So, and 80 and 86, he averaged 43 points per game in the 3 games that they played. 43 points in 86. Wow. Okay. Sam said, Bodie once said, this is my corner, I'm not moving, and the Wolves didn't move. Yep. 100 LeBron James could not beat a gorilla. Yeah. If it was the old LeBron James, I think those 100 LeBron James would have a shot.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Sam said retake. Lakers were Bodie and the Wolves were Marlowe's crew moving him off the block. Hey, I'll take that.
Oh man.
Sam also said, I agree with KG. Boston has competitiveness within the organization. Tatum over Pierce. I agree with that. And that's not taking nothing away from Paul Pierce, because you want to see the next generation come in and be better than what you were. So, and I think Tatum's going to win another championship. Maybe this year, maybe next year, but he's going to win another championship before it's all said and done. And it's going to be in Boston.
Okay. Hey, KG.
Yeah.
Let me. He did. He commented on last night's show. Let me get back to Matt on this. Matt says, I said something on yesterday. These boys said LeBron's the GOAT. I say Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Yeah, we saw your comment last night, Matt, and it was just, we were wrapping the show up, but I was going to mention it tonight. So me and KG will give you our take on this. Jordan's the GOAT, man. If Jordan played in this basketball, in this 2025 type of basketball, the all spread open, Mike would average 50 a game. That's my take on it.
No hand checking, no illegal defense.
Yeah.
I say MJ's the GOAT because his peers said it. Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. I've heard Bill Russell. I've heard his peers call him the GOAT. He said, I'll never call myself the GOAT. His peers called him that. When your peers have that to say about you, that's all that I need to hear.
Yep.
And Sam said Lakers fell 21 feet like that fan fell over that wall. Hey, man, we're going to talk about that when we get to MLB, but that he had to be stretched off. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how he fell over that wall, though. Did you see that, Jack?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Obi said, oh, I meant Jordan never bounced once. He was proclaimed the king or the GOAT of the league. Well, no. Well, actually, no, because they start calling him the GOAT, well, the greatest of all time in 89. He hadn't even had a championship when they started calling him that.
His
and
airness.
Jordan with the Wizards don't count. Well, they never made the playoffs, so. Sam said Jordan is the GOAT, the Jesus, the big kahuna burger with a large Sprite.
Large Sprite.
Yeah, no charge circle in the paint for Jordan either. Yep. And Obi said he fell because he was drunk. Oh, wow, no shirt on. Jeez.
Oh, that was in the Olympics. That was in the Olympics. Larry Bird got him drunk playing ping pong.
No, he was talking about the fan.
That's what Opie's talking about.
No, the fan that fell up in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There
was a time though.
The Pistons trying to come back. It's 44-36. So
a lot of ball game left.
Go ahead, Jack.
I'll say.
Who would you rather see as a Boston fan?
Huh?
Who would you rather see as a Boston fan?
Who would I rather see?
Would you rather have the Knicks or the Pistons? Yeah, would you rather have the Knicks or the Pistons?
Of course, I'd rather have the Pistons, but I ain't scared of the Knicks. I know you got the Knicks high on your board, but like I say, we defending champs. I ain't worried about nobody. They should worry about us. Keep the cap up on the wall today, too. Oh, it fell down. Sure it is. Yeah, nah. I mean, of course, the harder of the two matchups is going to be New York. But I don't know. I think our defense can tighten up on Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson, my boy, got to be sore. He's got to be sore. I mean, he's been carrying this team all year long. Been fighting through injuries, rolled his ankle a couple weeks ago, really bad. Then he rolled it again a couple games ago. I just think Boston's pressure defense will not shut down, but limit Brunson scoring. You put Holiday on him, man, it's game over.
can't be mad at that. I think Drew Holiday is just he's a dog on defense.
Really good.
And he plays
That's why we
defense
went
the
out and
right
got him.
way. Yeah,
True.
he plays defense the right way.
Yes, sir. Yep. Shit. Don't get that started, Matty.
Well,
Jinx
Matty, I
the
mean,
hell out of my team.
and I got the Knicks beating them. I got the Knicks wearing them down and grinding them down. So the Celtics are so good, but I gotta wait. I gotta wait until the Knicks clinch before I do that. Opie said Detroit on the run now. TNT
Yes, sir.
TV want New York, of course. I mean that's your mecca of basketball. So of course.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Tyrese Halliburton and Giannis get into it? We talked about it on Tuesday, but now it's come down that Tyrese Halliburton's dad has been banned from all home and road games indefinitely right now.
Really? Did he come on the court?
Yes, he did. Came on the court waving the Pacers flag. Was getting in
that
players'
right there.
faces and everything.
That right there deserves a punishment of some type. You can't have that. Then you got every other fan thinking they can come on the court, So
Yep.
I didn't see it. I had a family situation I was out and about. I seen a little bit on Sports Center, but it's not the same as seeing how it popped off live. I like Halliburton. I think he's a hell of a player. And his daddy's been in the crowd a lot when I watch him play throughout the seasons. So that's probably going to be tough on his dad, man. So maybe he'll straighten up.
Possibly. Let me now see this would be a good segue to the question of the night because it's about parents. And Opie said dad was on the court up in players' faces. Yeah, he was. So the ban was deservedly so. So this is a good segue. I might as well segue to it now and just go to the question of the night now, and then we can do the rest. But
Okay.
The question of the night: do you think a lot of the stuff we're dealing with in college sports with the NIL and the players leaving, trying to get the best NIL deal, do you think that's because of parent pressure more than it is the students? Because I say that because BJ sent me a clip, and it was I think he was a football player, and his mom didn't tell him that he had actually got an offer from a school he wanted to go to. And she didn't tell him, I think because of the school didn't offer enough money. And so she wasn't going to tell him. So she withheld the information that they offer him a scholarship and a deal so he could look for other deals. And he's wondering why nobody's calling. But it's because his mom got involved and messed up a lot of stuff. Do you think that's what's really going on behind the scenes? Why so many kids are transferring left, right, up, and down, trying to get the best deal? You think it's the parents, or do you really think it's the player?
Well, you're on the spot now that it could be 50-50, KG. Yeah, I'm sure in some instances the parents got a lot to do with it, especially for some of these kids coming from low-income families and stuff. I'm not saying all these ball players are from places like that, but there are, as everybody knows, a lot of these young athletes come from low-income families. And when you're seeing this NIL stuff, man, boy, it's like Mookie wanting to go to Sizzler, man. You know what I'm saying? They're just so excited. It's life-changing money. So, yeah, I think the parents could have a lot to do with this. But then again, dollar signs to a kid look just as good, man. So I don't know if I could go straight. The parents mixing this all up. It's just NCAA, man. NCAA. And they put it out without enough guidelines. And we got what we got right now, is the way I see KG. I don't like it. I think they should have to stay at the school for at least 2, not jump every year.
Agreed. And I think I agree with Opie. He said it's both. These families are broke. Yeah. And when you put life-changing money on the table, yeah, it means something. But what's the cat from Tennessee? They say his dad was trying to broker $3-4 million deals with schools for his son to go there. Come on.
Well,
like
these people, they got to come up. They got to come up off a little bit of cash and get an agent and let a professional run this for them. That's what I think, big guy. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I agree with what you're saying. And Sam said, y'all talk about the alleged prank call. It wasn't alleged. It was a prank call from the Falcons defensive coordinator son.
Yes. Big apologies was put out. Yeah. I saw the apologies the other day. I'll say the coach from the Falcons seems to be generally sorry. He seems to be really sorry about it. But it's hard to tell. We talked about that Tuesday, didn't we? A little bit.
I think we got into a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But the fines came down, I think, yesterday. $250,000 for the Falcons and $150,000 for the defensive coordinator. So the fines have been levied.
Yeah, I want to say the DC for the defensive coordinator, somebody told me that's almost 15% of his salary. That's a big fine.
It is.
So, I don't know.
Opie said team schools making millions selling jerseys, beers, hot dogs, parking. Meanwhile, the student athletes can't afford breakfast. I agree with that.
I know.
2 years, sign a contract, transfer more than once, must sit out a year. It's got to be some sort of guidelines.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I ain't never heard nothing like that. I like that.
It's like the Wild Wild West right now. And I remember we talked about it a couple of months back, and they were talking about the donors from the Ivy League school and how much money did they rake in from boosters and donors. And they said, what if they turned their attention to sports? Nobody could come up with the type of money that Ivy League schools can produce.
Nope.
And they're talking about Ivy League schools getting $400 or $500 million a year just from donors. If they put that towards sports, the landscape is going to change.
Oh, you have Princeton. Princeton would have the best starting 5 in the country, be ranked number 1. It would be crazy if they could throw out, let's just make a number, $40 million to the basketball program. What kind of players do you think they could get for that? True cookie. Yeah. And that's what I say. All these schools got to do that are having trouble, like some of the schools, Villanova, you know, they got, no, it's not Villanova. Who are these teams that are, we were talking about the other day, the teams that don't have a lot of money coming in because they're a football school or because they're a basketball school, vice versa. The money's not coming to the program. They need to go out and get their boosters to give back to the organizations, and then they can compete with the bigger schools. And that's what I was talking about the other day when I heard this. If the Ivy League schools ever start throwing big millions into sports, we're in trouble, the regular schools.
Agreed. Maddie checking in. He said limit transfers 2 times unless you're a head coach or position coordinator leaves. I like that because you got guys that'll get recruited by a head coach, and that head coach knowing he get ready to take another job, and it's, you know, okay, he recruited me here. I got to decommit or I got to leave because that's who I wanted to play for. So it happens. And I agree with that. I like that. I like that a lot. Maddie said the contract is good for 1 year, and once you sign it, you are committed to that team's full schedule. Yeah,
I like that.
because you
I
got
like
guys
that.
that sit out. They sit out a game because
Mm-hmm.
I want a red shirt this year, so they'll shut themselves down. They'll shut themselves down after 4 games so they can get that red shirt year. I've seen that
Yep.
happen.
And they'll sit out bowl games too.
That too,
I
and
think that's
I think
crap.
that's exactly. I'm 100% with you there. It's
I mean,
bullshit.
that's where the school gets some money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, uh, that's like, to me, that'd be feel like quitting on somebody, you know. And if I was teammates, I would hold that close too. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
who it was. It could be my dog. You sit out our bowl game, I got beef.
That's like I had beef about this, and I said it before. Cam Ward took himself out of that bowl game because he didn't want to get injured, and I said right there I lost a little bit of respect for Cam Ward because your team needed you in that game to win that game, and you told him you wasn't going back in the game. That hurt. Didn't hurt your draft stock, but that hurt me as a fan and a player. I'm like, yeah, why not, man?
Yep.
Opie said, Yale, Harvard, Princeton, shit, they can pay anyone and tie alumni as wealthy. Yeah, it'll change the game.
It would. It really would.
Next up,
Don't
the
don't leave
Caps are
out
moving
Brown.
on.
Go ahead.
Leave out who?
Don't leave out Brown and Cornell.
Oh, yeah, Brown. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Instead
just
of seeing
pissing
them,
around acting like I know Ivy League. Yeah, right.
I know them when they show up in the tournament. That's when I know them.
Right.
The Caps beat the Canadians 4-1, 4 games to 1. Is that it?
Put the brakes on.
Put the brakes
I
on.
had to go in reverse. Did we hit that Golden State game?
Okay.
I do want to hit
Golden
that
State
because
game.
I was proud. I was proud of Houston.
Okay.
They're not going to win this series, but I was proud of the performance they put on last night.
Let's backtrack. Give me that. What happened with that performance last night? Talk to me, Jack. Talk to me like I didn't watch it.
Houston came out like the team they've been playing all year, man. They came out on like I think it was 40-24 first quarter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. They just came out on fire. And they had fire that they haven't had in a couple games. They looked like that in game one, but I haven't seen it since. So this young Houston team, in which I still think is a little bit short of beating this Golden State team, but they came out great. And you had guys, Thompson 25, Brooks 21, Van Fleet finally got off shooting, but he wasn't kicking the ball like normal. That's the problem you get with Fred Van Fleet. When he's scoring, he's not kicking. When he's getting the assists, 10, 11, 12 assists, he's not scoring. I'd love to see Van Fleet be a little bit more of a medium ball player, a guy that can give you 15 and 8, 15 and 10. But sometimes Van Fleet will be in the book with a 3, and you just can't have that out of your point. Jalen Green stepped up a little bit more, but not the Jalen Green we've seen all season. We haven't seen him yet this playoffs. He came off the back of the milk carton, and he came in last night for 11 points, 8 rebounds. Now, Golden State got points out of places they haven't got points from in a long time because Butler had 8 points, Curry had 13. That's not their typical numbers. But you look, Moses Moody had 25, and this cat, I forgot all about him, Kevin Knox. You know who I'm speaking of? Kevin Knox. He came out of Kentucky. He's been buried on benches for a long time. He came out strong and put up 14 last night. So I think he just caught, because Curry's shooting was pretty bad. I think he just caught him on a bad night, and you had a great night, Houston. So, yeah, that was an amazing game by Houston. They balled to the wall last night, but I really don't think it's enough to knock Golden State out of the playoffs. One of the hotter teams coming into the playoffs, too. So You check out that game?
I caught bits and pieces of it, but now you talk about Kevin Knox. It's funny you mention him because that's not the first time he's been mentioned on this podcast. Back in 2018, when we really got started, Big
That when he
Jim
got
was really,
drafted.
he spoke really, yeah.
Isn't that when he
And
got
Big
drafted
Jim
about
spoke really,
17,
really,
18?
yep. Big Jim spoke really, really highly about him. He was like, when he was in New York, he was like, this kid, he can change some things up. He's pretty good. He's talented. He just, it's like he never quite turned over and got into it. So, but it's good to see him out there. But you can't get 8 points from Jimmy Buckets, 4 from Hill. Steph only had 13. Who else we looking at? Kevin Looney had 2. Gary Payton had 8. You can't just get that from them and think that you're gonna win.
Nah. Well, they pulled him. They pulled him in the fourth. Because it was a big lead, man. But I don't know. I still think Golden State is fine. What is it, 3-2 on this one?
Yep. And then you got Clippers Nuggets is 3-2. That's at 10 o'clock at night.
Clippers Nuggets, I expected something like this. I think I might have called this one in 7 Denver. That's where I think it's going to go, 7 to Denver. Yeah, I didn't think I thought the Warriors were going to get a gentleman's sweep in this one, 5-game. I did. What was that other tight game I thought we were going to have? I mean, tight series. Let me pull up what I got. Damn. We're getting spread out now. I don't know, KG. We'll just roll with the punches. But yeah, that's what I had on NBA. I just didn't want us to miss out on this Golden State Houston report. I thought it was a great game by the Houston Rockets. They played 100% good ball.
And I'm glad you said that and reeled it back in. So I'm glad about that. A couple comments. Opie said Brown costs students $60,000 a semester if not on scholarship. Money.
I'm paying 50
Detroit
for
is
my
up
young
by 2. 61-59 right now at the half.
Oh, a semester?
Yeah, semester.
You said a semester. God,
mm-hmm.
Girl. I pay 50 a year. That's steep.
And Ben Conti, I don't know who that guy is. He said 10 minutes until midnight. I don't know what he means about that.
Nice. I ain't heard from him. I don't even know that dude.
But the Caps
Calls
are moving on.
Midnight Riding. Shit.
They beat Montreal 4-1. This was absolutely a good series. And Washington won pretty convincingly. So they go on to play the Carolina Hurricanes. In your expert knowledge, Jack, do you think we can do anything with the Carolina Hurricanes? Uh-oh. I think Jack done froze up on me. All right, let me get to a couple comments. Matty Ice said the Caps Canes will be a hell of a series. Teams play similar in the sense that they use their speed. Caps do it for quality scoring chances. Canes do it to control the puck and wear teams down. Will come down to goaltending and special teams. Thank you for that, Matty, because I was a little lost.
Logan Thompson. Yeah, no, I watched a little of that Caps game, and I believe the Canes are Matty's team. Am I correct in saying that,
so.
KG?
I think so.
And then in last night's game, boy, I saw Ovechkin score on that power play. The Caps are very good on power play. I'm learning. I mean, like I say, I'm not a full season hockey guy. I do enjoy playoff hockey, and it just seems that the Caps are very successful on power plays. If I'm not right, somebody correct me. And Maddie, don't you root for the Canes. So, uh, who's where we at? NHL
Opie
now?
said Golden State bench the starters during the third quarter. That they did. That's probably why. But
Yeah,
sometimes you
they
got to
did.
keep it
Late
light.
third. Yeah,
Um,
I agree. When the team is blowing somebody out by 30, the team that's ahead can clear the bench. If you're the team losing by 30, you do not clear the bench, in my opinion. You leave your starters out there to fight. That's the way I look at it.
Maddie said, yes, a Canes fan, but I do think the Caps win it in 7.
Yeah, I like the Caps. I like I got the Caps going on the way, man. I really would like to see that in June. I would love to see that in June. Jumping in. Oh, I saw last night Van Pelt was talking to Wilson, and Van Pelt said, "I will join y'all in jumping in the fountain if you bring that trophy home in June." So Wilson said, "We're gonna hold you to that." So that'll be fun
I
if
love it.
that happens. Yeah,
Opie
I'm
said,
ready
split
for
with
another
Carolina.
championship to come to DC.
I need one. I need one.
2018 is a while
Opie said,
away.
split with. It is split with Carolina.
It's
Both
hard, buddy.
teams won both games on the road. Hurricanes are strong, tough shooter lot. Shoot as soon as they can. They cross the blue line. Don't pass much. Caps are well-rounded, tough, fast, young, and strong, and that says a lot.
Yeah,
Because
nice.
if you're a Caps fan, you remember the era of the choking dogs, where you got so hyped up under Bruce Boudreau and Adam Oates.
Oh
Uh,
man.
what was it, Barry Trotz? We got hyped up over these teams because they could score so much, but when it came to the playoffs, they couldn't do anything. You get to the second round, and all of a sudden the Penguins sitting right there, and they knock you right out. They put you on your ass 4 games. This is a different team, different franchise. I am optimistic that they take this and run with it. So,
Yeah.
what you got for me with the MLB, Jack?
Killing me, KJ. I just changed my whole screen over here. Uh,
I saw you looking.
MLB today. I know, right? Here we go. Sometimes it's hard for the old guy to multitask.
And Maddie said,
I
I do
still
think
ain't
the
got what I
Canes win
want
the
on my
last time
screen.
they met a few
But
years ago. They
well,
have a potential development rivalry.
right now we got a little bit of day ball wrapping up. The Washington's back up in Philadelphia. Washington is actually leading through 7. The score is 4-2. So let's see if the Nats can hold on to that. Philly's been tough this year, so I'm having some problems with my computer. I wanted to pull the box score up and see how those 6 runs were manufactured. But as I say, I can't do nothing about technical difficulties with a computer. But also we got the Birds playing. They're down in Washington again, playing the Nats. Oh, what is this? I thought the Nats were just playing the Phillies. All
Yeah,
right,
the Nats
guys.
are playing.
MLB, start over. Check 1. It looks to me as if the Orioles are in Washington, not Philly. And the score is 7-0 Nats. Cheesy peasy, man. The pitching in Baltimore is horrendous right now. I'm not saying terrible. it's horrendous. There's been so many crooked numbers put up on this board in the past
Jack.
3 weeks. It's unreal for Baltimore, man.
The O's are going to Baltimore. They're going to
Sir,
Kansas City. They get ready to play Kansas City.
Why is my board all jacked up? I had them in Philly, then I had them in Washington. Yeah, I apologize for this.
Like
I say, my computer is just going buck crazy right now. Okay, I'm way off of what I'm talking about, so please bear with me. Who's where? You said the Nats are in Philly? This sounds like
the Nats are in
comedy
Philly.
Show now, man. We're gonna do comedy.
The O's are going. They host.
Okay. Yeah, I was going through MLB, and I got to go back to my good old trusty ESPN. That's my bag, ESPN. So, I apologize for the delays here. Sorry.
You had me thinking after Tuesday, Jack.
Baltimore doesn't.
When we were talking about
huh?
You had me thinking Tuesday when we were talking about pitchers and how these cats don't pitch the way they used to. And I didn't feel like we were old men shaking our fists at the clouds and telling the kids to get off our lawn. I mean, the game has changed, but it hasn't changed for the better, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And not being able to get that it's kind of sort of hurting the game. So just a quick tidbit, quick thought.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not helping. But yeah, in that Nats Phillies game, like I said, Nats up 4-2 through. They're in the top of the 8th right now. It's been just base hit baseball. Nobody's gone yard yet in that game, so they're playing base hit baseball, and I like that sometimes. Even knowing chicks dig the long ball, it's good to watch just a strategic base hit baseball game. It looks like Dylan Cruz is at the plate right now as we speak. The Red Sox are in Toronto. They are losing to the Red Sox 2-1, bottom of 7. We don't have much on tonight. It don't look like to me. I see Detroit is going to Anaheim or Los Angeles. I'm sorry, Los Angeles Angels. Are they Los Angeles Angels? Anaheim. They're Los Angeles now. Right, Midnight Rider?
I was letting you talk to yourself for a little bit. Yeah, they're Los Angeles. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
And then Colorado. Okay. Colorado's going to San Francisco tonight, 9:45 first pitch. But to speak about as I said earlier, a lot of crooked numbers on the board in MLB now. You're not seeing the 4-2, 4-1, 3-1. A lot of 8s, 9s, and 10s being put on the board a lot in the last in the part of this beginning season. Yesterday you had 1, 2, 3, 4 games of 8 runs or more yesterday, and there was only 7 games on the slate. So yeah, the ball's flying. What do you think, Midnight Rider? A lot of crooked numbers going up this year in the MLB. You agree?
I agree, because I think you got a lot of teams where they're having arm issues. A lot of guys on the DL right now. You got a lot of guys that are, when you get to that 3rd or 4th guy, he's just not that good anymore, or that 4th or 5th guy. And now when these teams do that, what is it, the bullpen game? I think that's another reason why you get some crooked numbers, because you get some guys that aren't used to being in the game that early, and they really don't have the stuff for it. That's why they end up having to pitch one inning. So that's how I see that.
Yeah, and I think some of those guys get a few more innings than they're capable of.
Yep, totally agree.
So anything MLB pop off in your head this week?
Hey, let me hop out and hop back in because my computer's not cooperating right now.
Okay.
Everybody having trouble.
I'll go on to speak. I can go on to speak about those big numbers. I think it was Tuesday night. Cardinals put up 9. Mariners put up 9. Tigers put up 9. And Dodgers and the Marlins 12-7. That's like first half of a football game. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are just getting big in the MLB. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. But I'd like to keep an eye on home runs this year, see how they go. And then you go Tuesday. Yankees put up 15, even though it was on the Orioles pitching. Cubs put up 9. Red Sox put up 10. Mets put up 9. Rangers put up 15. Braves put up 9. Jesus Christ, Dodgers put up 15 again. So that Dodger team, geez, I'm going to pull it back, but I think they went 12-15 in consecutive games, runs scored. So I think the runs are up. Like I say, this is something, a numbers thing, a stats thing, something I want to look into. Let's see, maybe around All-Star break, I'll see where the numbers are compared to years past on runs scored and home runs hit. Big numbers, big numbers.
One thing I'm looking at the stats. You know, it's early in the season. We talked about Aaron Judge, big Aaron Judge hitting 427 right now. Max Fried got 5 wins. Him and Brandon Fadat, is that how you say it? PFAADT. Come on, Midnight Rider, you good with that?
Fat? I don't know. I was just
Fad.
I always just call it fat. You fat to death.
Yeah, his name is Fad.
Yeah, I think the P's a T or something.
Something I noticed when you look at ERAs, the lowest ERA at MLB right now is 1.06. Are we not seeing guys with a sub ERA anymore? That's Yamamoto from the Dodgers.
Anymore.
Huh?
Oh yeah. There's a couple of Cincinnati boys up there too in that low ERA. A couple guys from Cincinnati got low ERAs as well.
You saying that like point under 1 was a normal thing? That's not normal.
Wait. Well, it was normal. You have a
season with somebody under a ERA.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is.
It was normal more for the middle relievers and your long relievers because they didn't stay in very often. But it was more for them and your closers. That's what it was more normal for.
I'll say that's debatable. I think we lost him for a second.
Ellie Dela Cruz,
there you go.
With 13 stolen bases. I mean, you know, Ricky had 60 by the All-Star break.
Oh, heck yeah. Ricky would always do that. I mean, but this is a different time now, man. Mm-hmm. Chicks dig the long ball. Somebody said that earlier. And that's what these guys go up and hit. They don't get paid for hitting the ball oppo down the line. They don't get paid for that. And that's what time has showed us. And because time has showed us that you ain't paying for that, people are not going to put their time into it. That's why the shit's lasting for as long. They rather see you try to yank one out the yard instead of hitting one down the line. What we got next, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just talking MLB. Any more thoughts on the MLB? And then I can backtrack to the question of the night.
Yeah, we can do that for Midnight Rider. I'm cool. We can do that. He can get a shot at that question. I'd love to hear what he has to say on that. But I remember, I think it was Sunday maybe we did a little bit, and I threw some averages and stats out about league leaders. Shit, Judge's average has gone up 20 points since then. He's now batting 427. I want to say he was batting 407 last time I reported. Still don't think he's going to hit 400 for a season. That's very, 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 very hard to do. Suarez now tied Aaron Judge for the home run lead. Suarez, Judge, and Cal Raleigh over Seattle with 10. So
if Kyle Riley's on the East Coast,
I'm surprised that Aaron Judge jumped up 20 points. So
if Kyle Riley's on the East Coast, we be talking about
that right to get the question of the evening.
Actually, can I go before that?
Go ahead.
I'd like to actually back up before that. Right, I totally agree. But I'd rather go back to the demise of the Lakers. If you don't mind talking about that real quick.
Oh, I want to hear yours.
This was poor coaching at its finest. I don't understand why we went 5 guys with a 5-guy lineup. You know you can't. You got to score with them. You got to be able to score with them. So you got to do something to keep up with the scoring. And the only way you can keep up is by putting shooters on the floor. And it seemed like, to me, they didn't put Dalton Connect and all these other guys on the court, the guys that could score the basketball. So instead, and then you didn't have a presence down low. I mean, we just re-signed Rob Pelinka to a new promotion, and then all of a sudden, we getting nothing. We don't sign a big man down the stretch after the trade fails, and that was your weakness. The weakness was you didn't have a front court or a big court presence, and somehow Rudy Gobert went for 20 and 20 last night. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
27.
They should just fire the whole front office just off of that. It's crazy,
so,
man.
I was thinking the same thing, Midnight Rider, when I saw. I'm a big fan of Austin Reeves. I am, but his shot was not falling last night. I want to say he was 2 for 11 from threes or 2 for 11 from the field. Something. His shooting was not good, and I was sitting there wondering, where's Connect? Where's Connect? And I agree with you there. They should have put some shooters on that floor. But do you agree that Minnesota was deeper than the Lakers?
Hey, Jack, I'm going to listen to y'all offline because I'm having internet problems here.
All right, partner.
Well,
so where are we at now, KG?
It seemed like the interwebs are killing us right about now. So
they are.
We got anything else to cover before we get out of here? Or are we good to go?
What's the rest of tonight's lineup for NBA and NHL? Did we say that?
Well, NBA, you got
Nuggets, Clippers. You did. You did. You said that tonight.
Yeah,
right?
that's at 10. Yeah, so it's only 2 games on.
That's right.
The Pistons, Knicks, which is tied at 65 right now. Nuggets, Clippers at 10. Everything else is done. As far as MLB, I'm sorry, NHL.
I covered MLB. NHL, I have it right here in front of me. You got
they haven't put up the
Leafs
schedules for the cap yet.
Okay, currently right now the Maple Leafs are up on the Senators 2-1, end of 2. The Golden Knights and the Wild are tied at 1 midway through the second. Tonight the Stars play the Avalanche. Puck drop 9:30. And then later the Kings play the Oilers, in which I've enjoyed watching that series. That's the series I've been watching. The Kings Oilers and the Caps. The Kings Oilers puck drops at 10. Reason I watched that, it's the Gretzky in me, because I used to love watching Gretzky when he played with Edmonton, and then I watched him when he went over to the Kings. So I think these are two of the top teams in the league, and I think whoever wins that is going to go on to play the Caps in the championship, if the divisions are right. I think they are. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's what we got going on tonight in sports. Check it out. So you'll be all caught up and ready to rap with us come Sunday on the Sunday Rise, 11 a.m. Saturday, we may have the Gridiron in the morning. I'm not sure of Midnight Rider's schedule on that program. And then Saturday night, 9 p.m., we got them crazy dudes, them WrestleManiacs, man. I just love tuning into them. They always show me love. They love comments. We do live shows, everybody. Live shows mean live comments. Get in the mix it up with one of the junkies. So that's what's up. And last night we had an excellent show with Rich Hoser from Loyola Bakersfield Preparatory School in Towson, Maryland. Amazing interview with an amazing coach. I just love what he's done to each program he's been to. It hasn't been all X's and O's, KG. He's about the classroom and what type of man you are in the community as well. So anybody want to check that out? Go to Sideline Junkies Podcast Network Facebook page or YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We everywhere, baby. Check that show out. It's a good interview.
Yes, indeed. So we're not going to hold you any longer. We're going to go see if we can figure out this internet situation with everybody. But until Sunday, nope, that's the Gentleman Jack. I'm the big guy, KG. We don't do
Stay
no
in room
overtime.
for a minute.
Huh?
Stay in studio a little bit post show.
Gotcha. We don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.